Dogs are our loyal, loving companions who brighten our lives with their playful, affectionate nature. But let's be honest, sometimes they can be mischievous little troublemakers. From chewing up shoes to knocking over precious items, their antics often leave us wondering one thing. Do dogs actually feel guilty when they mess up? Or are they just incredibly good at reading our reactions? Well, here's something fascinating. Dogs have over 100 different ways of communicating their emotions, but their way of apologizing is truly special. They don't say sorry the way humans do, but their actions speak louder than words. Through subtle gestures and changes in behavior, our furry friends attempt to mend the emotional rift their actions may have caused. In this video, let's decode the secret signs of a dog's apology. From droopy ears to gentle nudges, we'll explore how dogs try to express their remorse and rebuild their bond with their beloved humans. And as the understanding of canine behavior continues to evolve, we'll make sure this guide is updated for 2025. So are you ready to see how dogs really say "I'm sorry"? Let's jump right in. Section 1. Understanding canine apologies. What science says. Here's the truth. Dogs don't feel guilt the way we do. Their brains simply aren't wired for complex emotions like guilt or shame. However, what dogs excel at is reading our body language, tone of voice, and facial expressions. When they see their beloved human looking upset or angry, their instinct kicks in. And that's when the apologetic behaviors begin. But if dogs aren't feeling guilt, then what exactly is happening? The answer lies in their social instincts. Dogs are pack animals with deeply ingrained behaviors that promote harmony and reduce conflict within their social group. When a dog senses tension or displeasure from their owner, they naturally respond with gestures meant to appease or soothe the situation. Studies on canine cognition have shown that dogs are experts at reading social cues and reacting accordingly. Researchers have observed that dogs exhibit specific behaviors like avoiding eye contact, lowering their ears, or nudging their owners as a response to negative reactions. These behaviors aren't necessarily admissions of guilt, but rather attempts to maintain the bond and reduce conflict. Understanding these cues allows us to better appreciate the way dogs communicate with us. Rather than scolding them for bad behavior, it's often more effective to acknowledge their attempts at reconciliation and guide them toward desired behavior through positive reinforcement. Section 2. Common signs. Dogs use to apologize. Sign 1. Stopping tail wagging. Normally, a dog's wagging tail is a sign of joy and excitement. It's their way of showing friendliness and enthusiasm, but when that wagging stops abruptly, it's a clear indicator that something is wrong. Instead of the usual exuberant swaying, the tail may drop low, even tucking between their legs. This sudden change isn't about guilt, but rather a sign of worry or concern. The dog is sensing the displeasure of their owner and responds by lowering its energy and becoming more subdued. The stillness of the tail is essentially the dog's way of saying, "I understand that you're upset." Sign 2. Nudges and nuzzles. Dogs are incredibly affectionate creatures. They communicate their emotions through physical contact, and that includes making up for their mistakes. When a dog knows they've done something wrong, they often approach their owner with gentle nudges or nuzzles. This isn't just a plea for attention. It's an attempt to reestablish their bond. Dogs know that physical touch is comforting to both them and their humans. These affectionate gestures help release oxytocin, the so-called love hormone, which helps strengthen the emotional connection between dog and owner. Sign 3. Curling against your toes. Ever noticed how your dog suddenly curls up at your feet after making a mess or breaking the rules? It's not just about being close. It's about seeking comfort and reassurance. Dogs are pack animals, and by curling up at your feet, they are acknowledging your authority and seeking forgiveness. This behavior also demonstrates their trust in you. By choosing to be near you, the dog is communicating their desire to maintain harmony and reassurance that their mistake hasn't damaged your relationship. Sign 4. Droopy ears. One of the most expressive parts of a dog's body is its ears. When dogs are excited or attentive, their ears stand upright or perk forward. But when they are feeling apologetic or unsure, their ears tend to droop or flatten against their head. This gesture is a classic sign of submission, and a way for dogs to communicate their desire to appease their humans. It's their way of showing vulnerability and acknowledging that something went wrong. Sign 5. Hiding in corners. When a dog retreats to a quiet corner after committing a crime, it's not because they are deliberately avoiding you. Instead, they are trying to create a safe space to process their emotions. Dogs are sensitive to negative emotions, and hiding is their way of decompressing. It's their attempt to shield themselves from a stressful situation, not necessarily an admission of guilt. Sign 6. Avoiding eye contact. Direct eye contact in the canine world can be interpreted as a challenge or a sign of dominance. When dogs avoid looking directly at their humans, it's often a gesture of submission. This behavior is an attempt to diffuse tension and communicate that they are not trying to challenge or upset you. Understanding this subtlety helps enhance the bond between dogs and their owners. Sign 7. Whimpering. Whimpering is one of the most vocal signs a dog may use to apologize. The soft, high-pitched sound is a call for comfort and understanding. Dogs use whimpering to express vulnerability and a desire for forgiveness. Sign 8. Submissive posture. When a dog lies down and exposes its belly, it's the ultimate sign of submission. This gesture is a display of trust and an appeal for forgiveness. By presenting their most vulnerable spot, dogs are saying, "I trust you, and I'm truly sorry." Sign 9. Reduced panting. Dogs often pant heavily when they're anxious or stressed. When their breathing gradually slows down after being scolded or during a tense moment, it's a sign they are calming down and trying to reestablish emotional balance. Section 3. The science of canine emotions. Understanding how dogs communicate their emotions has always fascinated animal experts, but recent studies have brought even more clarity to the subject. As of 2025, research in animal psychology continues to reveal that dogs experience a wide range of emotions, but not in the same complex ways humans do. According to recent findings, dogs display behaviors resembling guilt, but these are actually appeasement gestures aimed at reducing social tension. When a dog senses anger or disappointment from its human, it instinctively attempts to soothe the relationship, much like how wild canines show submission to higher-ranking members of their pack. This instinctual behavior helps maintain social harmony, which is essential for their survival and emotional well-being. One groundbreaking study conducted in 2024 by the Animal Cognition and Behavior Institute demonstrated that dogs are remarkably adept at reading human body language and vocal tones. While they may not understand the specific reasons behind their human's anger, they are highly sensitive to the emotional shifts that occur during these interactions. Moreover, modern training methods are increasingly shifting away from punishment-based techniques to positive reinforcement and understanding. The concept of force-free training, where dogs are taught desired behaviors through encouragement and reward rather than fear, has proven to be far more effective in promoting healthy, long-term relationships between dogs and their owners. Ethical training approaches now emphasize the importance of recognizing a dog's attempts at reconciliation. By acknowledging these gestures, owners can foster stronger emotional bonds with their pets. And as science continues to advance, our understanding of canine emotions will only deepen, allowing us to communicate with our dogs in more meaningful and compassionate ways. Section 4. Tips for responding to your dog's apology. When your dog shows signs of apology, it's crucial to respond appropriately to reinforce positive behavior without inadvertently encouraging negative actions. Here are some practical tips for handling these moments with kindness and understanding. Number 1. Acknowledge their apology. When your dog approaches you with signs of appeasement, like nudging, licking, or lowering their ears, take a moment to acknowledge their effort. Gently petting or speaking to them in a calm voice helps reassure them that their attempt at reconciliation is appreciated. This helps strengthen the emotional bond between you and your dog. Number 2. Avoid punishment. Punishing a dog after they've already attempted to apologize can be counterproductive. They might associate your anger with their effort to make amends, rather than the initial misbehavior. Instead, focus on guiding them towards appropriate behavior with patience. Number 3. Provide clear guidance. Dogs thrive on structure and clarity. If your dog's actions have been problematic, redirect their energy towards a positive alternative. For example, if they've chewed on something inappropriate, offer them a suitable toy instead. This teaches them what is acceptable without undermining their attempts to reconcile. Number 4. Use positive reinforcement. Whenever your dog exhibits desirable behavior, reward them with affection, treats, or praise. This encourages them to repeat positive actions rather than resorting to negative ones. Positive reinforcement is especially effective when paired with their natural desire to please their human companions. Number 5. Stay consistent. Dogs learn best through consistency. Ensure that everyone in the household follows the same rules and responds to the dog's apology attempts in a similar manner. Mixed messages can confuse the dog and hinder their learning process. Number 6. Build trust through communication. Understanding your dog's body language and emotional signals helps build a stronger bond. The more you pay attention to their attempts at communication, the better you'll be able to respond appropriately. This mutual understanding lays the foundation for a healthy, loving relationship. By responding with patience and empathy, you'll not only encourage good behavior, but also nurture a bond built on trust and respect. Dogs are incredible creatures with an extraordinary ability to form deep emotional connections with humans. While their apologies may not be rooted in guilt as we understand it, their gestures of reconciliation are sincere attempts to make things right in their own way. Throughout this video, we've explored how dogs show their version of "I'm sorry" through body language, vocalizations, and gentle nudges. From droopy ears to curling against your toes, each of these signs reveals just how much our furry friends care about maintaining a harmonious bond. As our understanding of canine emotions continues to grow, it's essential to respond to our dogs with compassion and patience. By recognizing their gestures of apology and guiding them with kindness, we can strengthen the bond we share with them and make their lives happier and healthier. What about your dog? Have you ever noticed your furry friend showing any of these signs when they know they've done something wrong? Share your experiences in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more insights into the amazing world of dogs and their behavior. See you in the next video.